Welcome back to MonsterTamer, a 2D Pokemon-like RPG created Phaser 3. Previously, we worked on adding a full-screen button to our game. If you missed the previous videos, there'll be links in the video description to the source code up to this point, as well as the complete source code for this video. There'll also be a link to the previous videos if you'd like to catch up. So let's get started. So today we'll be taking a look at two existing issues that we have in our current implementation of MonsterTamer. For our first issue, this was reported by Fisher1, and this is tied to our battle scene and our state when we reinitialize our phaser scene. So currently in our phaser scene, once we get into our init method, we have this logic where we're setting our skip animations to be false, and then we're returning early. By doing this, this is preventing us from resetting our other properties on our state. And the intention of this code here was we just want to set skip animations to be false when our battle scene options is turned on, or if it doesn't exist in our data manager. And so to fix this, we just need to remove our return statement here, wrap this in an if else, or move this logic up above this code here. And so a big shout out to Fisher1 for opening this issue, much appreciated, and we're going to get that fixed today. Our next issue is tied to our beach sprite sheet file name. Currently our file name has a special character in it, and this can cause issues sometimes when we're compiling our code. And so to fix this, we're going to rename our file to be a little more friendly. And so to make these changes, let's jump over to our code. And so to fix the issue in our battle scene, let's go to our init method in our scene, and let's start off, we're going to move all of our code here before we update our default properties and we reset our values, and we're going to paste those here. Let's remove these, and now we can remove our return statement from our if check here. And so by default, we're going to set our skip animations to be true, and if one of our conditions here are met, then we'll fall back to setting it to false. Alright, so to test our changes, I'm going to update my base monster's attack value to be 25, so we have a quicker battle. And so I've already set up the game so I can continue, and I've already passed the intro, and now we want to trigger our battle scene. Now, what we want to test is we should be able to knock out our enemy monster, and we should be able to then transition back to our world scene without any issues, and now we want to trigger our battle scene a second time. So now when this happens, we should be able to go into our game, we should still be able to do things like choose an item, we should be able to run away from the battle, and then we should also still be able to attack the enemy monster and win. One last test we're going to do is we're going to try catching the enemy monster, and so let's use our item, let's go into our damage ball, we caught the enemy monster, we're going to level up, and let's try doing one more battle, and just to make sure everything's working. And so now it shows we have two monsters, so if we go to switch, we can switch to Frost Saber. And so if we have our monster get knocked out, we can pull out our Iguana Knight, and we defeat the enemy monster. Nice. So now to fix our other issue, let's go into our assets folder. We're going to rename our file. So under our assets, under images, Axel Art Beach, let's update our file name, and we'll get rid of the special character here. And so I'm just going to call this crushed PNG. So we're going to do rename, do crushed PNG. And now because we renamed the file, we need to go into our preload scene. And now we want to find the reference to our file. And so now here, where we load in our world assets for our sprite sheet for our beach, we're just going to change this to be crushed PNG. Alright, so if we save our changes, let's open up our developer console, and we're just going to make sure there's no errors tied to loading in our asset, and there's not. Nice. Alright, so with that, that brings this video to an end. So once again, a big shout out to Fisher1 for opening this issue, very much appreciated, and if anyone else encounters any issues, please don't hesitate to open an issue on the GitHub repo for MonsterTamer. So as a reminder, there's a link in the description of the video to complete source code for this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did enjoy the video, please consider liking the video and hitting the bell icon to be notified when the next video in the series is released. For more great Phaser 3 content, please see the links on your screen now.